What is up, guys? Inazilla back with another video today. I'm going to be talking about the return of all the new, all the old Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield's Isle of Armor expansion. So without further ado, let's do this in order of Pokedex. So starting off with the Sandslash family. I honestly don't think they're going to be too much of an impact here. They're slow, kind of basic ground type Pokemon, well, unless you're using the Alolan version with Ice and Steel, and you're super weak to fire and fighting. So I don't see Sandslash of either form of it making a big impact in the meta. So it's not really worth talking about. But Wigglytuff is a little bit of a different story. And why is Wigglytuff a little bit of a different story? Well, Wigglytuff gets the competitive ability, which will be really good in doubles because of all the Intimidate around and all the max moves changing stats around and stuff. Competitive, what it does is it gives you a +2 special attack boost. So say there's an Arcanine or an Incineroar on the other side of the field, their Intimidate procs your competitive, you get a Dazzling Gleam and you do a lot of damage. Milotic gets it too, but you can use Wigglytuff more as a offensive Pokemon because it's got a lot bigger of a move pool in that regard. So yeah, Wigglytuff, it might be one to watch out for. Coming on further down the line, we got Golduck, not really anything special. Poliwrath, nah, not really anything to worry about. Alakazam, I think it might be pretty good. If it gets its Psychic Terrain out, makes it so that priority moves don't do anything. So if you can get Psychic Terrain up with a max Psychic move before Sucker Punch and Extreme Speed is on the field, like with Cinderace or something, then you might be having a good time here. Yeah, Alakazam might be pretty good. I'd be running a Magic Guard with Life Orb. That's probably its best set. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty basic. Tentacruel is a pretty good special defensive Pokemon. It can set up Toxic Spikes, it can Rapid Spin, it can Scald. It even has access to Swords Dance, so if you want to run a physical Tentacruel for some reason, it doesn't have the best attack, so that'd be more of a gimmicky set. But yeah, Slowbro is returning, and it also got its new form. Slowbro is a really good physical defensive Pokemon, especially with its typing. Because Psychic and Water has a lot of good resists. It gets Regenerator. Regenerator recovers 30% of your health upon switch out. So, or switch in. It doesn't really matter. You recover 30% of your health when your Slowbro leaves the battlefield. So yeah, Slowbro is a good Pokemon, and it will be a welcome return to the meta. Magneton, nothing to worry about. We'll get down to its evolution Magnezone shortly. Exeggutor, again, nothing too complicated. It does get Chlorophyll, so it could be run as like a kind of like a same kind of thing as Venusaur is, but I don't know if that's too reliable, honestly. I think Venusaur is probably the better Chlorophyll user in this regard. Just as when it comes to Alolan Exeggutor, I don't think it's that much better of a Pokemon, if at all. It gets the same ability, well, it doesn't get a Chlorophyll, it gets Frisk and Harvest. Frisk is decent for doubles. Harvest is good for like a substitute Citrus Berry kind of set, but it's kind of slow, so I wouldn't be using that kind of thing too often. Maybe with a Salac Berry, but again, it's not the most offensive Pokemon. It's just, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about Exeggutor. Alola Marowak gets Lightning Rod, and Lightning Rod is pretty sweet. It makes it immune to electric moves, which were super common in Gen 7 because of like Tapu Koko and Xurkitree. But it's not as common in this generation, but it'd be pretty good for a rain team, honestly, even though it's weak to water. Yeah, Alola Marowak, I think it'll have an impact in the meta. I don't know how big of one, but it definitely will. Chansey, Chansey. Why'd they have to bring Chansey back? Eviolite, Bold Natures, physical and special wall in one. Just, yeah, knock it off. Knock off its Eviolite, and it's not nearly as much of a defensive threat. But yeah, we'll get to Blissey shortly. Blissey, I think, can be ran better, a little differently than that. Tangela, maybe Eviolite. It gets Regenerator as well as its evolution Tangrowth. Kangaskhan will be, it will be used in doubles. A scrappy fake out is nice to have, to fake out like Dusclopses and stuff. It'll stop the, what am I trying to think of, self-proccing weakness policies and stuff, so, especially with like Dusclops or Mimikyu with, Shadow Sneak into a Dragapult, it'll stop that, so that's nice. Not really for me, because I like running stuff like that. Horsey and Seadra, we'll get to Kingdra shortly. Starmie, it's not that good anymore. It's got decent special attack and speed, but there's bigger, better threats out there now, like even Inteleon outclasses it. Starmie gets better coverage, like Thunderbolt and stuff, but I'd still rather run like an Inteleon or something. Scyther, I'll get to Scizor shortly. Tauros, nothing too big. Porygon especially. Yeah, getting to the baby Pokemon that nobody cares about. Azumarill, it'll be annoying with Belly Drum Aqua Jet. But if you're gonna be, it's not gonna be that great of a Dynamaxer because it's slow and doesn't have access to Airstream. At least I don't think it does. Yeah, it might be good because it's pretty bulky. But if you're gonna be Dynamaxing after a Belly Drum, you're not gonna be having all that bulk. So it's I don't know how to describe it. It might be good, it might not be. Politoed, Rain Setter, it can like do Choice Specs or Scarf Hydro Pumps and stuff. If you're gonna be doing Politoed though, if you want a Rain Setter, I'd still recommend Pelipper. It's just better in my opinion. Slowking, kinda like Slowbro, but it's more on the special defensive side than physical, and it got a Galarian form too, but it didn't let us see that, so yeah. Dunsparce, or Serene Grace Headbutt Galariboy, it's back, but it's not going to be doing anything because Gen 7 ruined Paralysis, so it's kind of useless until they fix that. Scizor, I think, will be really good. It gets access to Airstream, it gets access to Max Knuckle, it gets Steel Spike, it's super bulky, it can Swords Dance and Bullet Punch, it's so good. Well, we'll see, but I think it will be so good. Heracross, yeah, Moxie, Choice Scarf, nothing new there. You might see it a little bit here and there. Skarmory, Corviknight is better, I think. You could run it still if you want, though. I'm not gonna stop you. Kingdra, I told you we'd get to this earlier. Kingdra, Swift Swim, plus Choice Specs, or what's its other ability? Sniper, plus Focus Energy and Scope Lens, landing crits with Draco Meteor all day long. It can be run a couple ways, and I just told you both ways. I used to like running a Rain Team in Gen 7 with Swift Swing Kingdra with Surf, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Dragon Pulse, or Draco Meteor, I don't remember. But yeah, it's a good Pokemon for Swift Swim. That doesn't have the best base stats, but it's doable, especially in rain where you're doing a lot extra damage with the rain boost. Porygon 2 with a Violet is busted. Well, it's not like super broken, but you can stop it with a couple Max Knuckles. But it is annoying with Thunder Wave and Recover, and it can Tri Attack, and Porygon Z is back now. Porygon Z is going to be interesting Pokemon to deal with now. Miltank, nothing special. Blissey, I'm wanting to build a Trick Room team around Weakness Policy Blissey with Low Sweep. That will proc Weakness Policy, it'll make it even slower and even more usable, and it can, I want to see if it'll sweep. I think Weakness Policy Blissey might be, I don't know if it doesn't have the best special attack, but it's so bulky, so I'm going to try it. I don't think it'll be that good, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if other people have the same kind of ideas as me, or if someone steals my idea off of me from watching this video. Who knows? Explode, Choice Specs Boom Burst, what more to say about that? You can run Noivern for more, or even Toxtricity for more reliable Boom Bursts. Carvanha Sharpedo, Speed Boost, it's there if you want to speed boost. I don't think it gets Baton Pass, so maybe just be speed boosting for yourself. It doesn't have its Mega anymore, so you don't get like Strong Jaw, so I don't think Sharpedo will be that good, honestly. Heard that Luxray got a little bit of a rework to its Learn set, so it might have some new tricks up its sleeve, but it's still pretty slow electric Pokemon. It should be Park Dark, but it's not. I don't know, that might give it some more weaknesses like fighting and stuff. I don't know if you want to deal with that. But yeah, I think it's better for itself to be just part electric. But yeah, Luxray's back. Doesn't really change anything, I don't think. If you want to run a electric type that's kind of like that, run Boltund or Bolthound. I don't know how you pronounce it. Magnezone, boys. Magnet Pull, Thunderbolt, Corviknight is gone. Well, if you're running choice specs, or if it's, yeah, I think you can OHKO it with choice specs. But yeah, unless Corviknight is running some speed, in which case, if you got an Iron Defense or 2 up, it'll hurt you with Body Press. So Magnezone, interesting Pokemon, but I don't think it'll be that good this generation. Licky, nothing to say there. Tangrowth, basically we talked about Tangela. This one won't get a Violet. I used to run Rocky Helmet on Tangrowth with like Leaf Seed and Giga Drain, Knockoff and Sleep Powder or something. It's so bulky, and it can recover health with Regenerator and Giga Drain and Leaf Seed so much that missing the odd Sleep Powder doesn't matter too much. So Tangrowth it's back, and it's gonna be pretty good, I think. Just have to watch out for like air streamers and stuff. Stoutland, nothing to say. Gets Sand Rush, and Sand Rush is good ability, but use Excadrill. Scolipede, Speed Boost, again, just another Speed Boost Pokemon. I don't think it's that great. I do think it gets Baton Pass though, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's Speed Boost Pokemon. Interesting. Lilligant, I already caught a couple with Timid and Modest Natures. Quiver Dance, it can sweep. It gets Chlorophyll, so if you want another Chlorophyll user that isn't Venusaur, it doesn't have poison typing, well then Lilligant's your way to go. Yeah, it gets own tempo, so if you want to run like a Petal Dance set, it's pretty good Pokemon. It's not the best. You could use it, win some games. I like the Pokemon. But yeah, Lilligant's back. Crocodile, you could run Intimidate, you could run Moxie. It's kind of like Gyarados, but ground dark version rather than flying and water. That being said, I don't think it gets any flying moves, so it can't like Airstream boost its speed while it's getting Moxie boosts. So it could be used. I don't think it'll be as good as Gyarados, because Gyarados is really good this generation. Yeah, Crocodile's back. It'll make a little impact in the meta, not too much. Zoroark, mind games. I've been tricked by Zoroark. I've tricked people with Zoroark. Not my cup of tea. You can use Zoroark if you want. It's up to you. What it does is it disguises itself in battle as a Pokemon in the back of your party, I believe. And you can trick your opponent into thinking or something completely different, and tricking them into going for like a normal or a ghost move on you, and it won't do anything because you're dark. So yeah, Zoroark's interesting. Emolga, nothing really to say. Amoonguss, damn you Amoonguss, why are you back? Rage Powder, Spore, and Doubles is gonna be not that fun. You get Regenerator. I do think it gets Effect Spore too, which is probably better for Doubles. Yeah, they can like put poison things or put them to sleep just by getting faked out in battle, which is kind of lame. But yeah, it's back, and yeah, nothing else much to say. Nothing much else to say about that. It is back, and I don't want it to be back, but oh well. Mienshao, basic fighting type. This one gets Regenerator, so Fake Out, U-turn, you can high jump kick, you can knock off. I think it still gets knockoff in this generation. Don't quote me on that. It's just kind of a basic Pokemon. It gets Regenerator after missing a high jump kick is kind of nice, so yeah, that could be useful. Jodigon, I used to run a substitute Glare, Taunt, and Dragon Tail set with Ref Skin back in Gen 6. It wasn't that good, but it was interesting. But Jodigon is back, and it gets Sheer Force and Mold Breaker. That is awesome for it. Sheer Force and Mold Breaker on Jolteon. I don't know if it gets Dragon Dance because Bulbapedia hasn't updated its page yet. I'd have to check and see for myself. But yeah, Sheer Force, Dragon Dance, Jolteon might be a thing. It is slow, so might need to give it some Tailwind support even with a Dragon Dance. Or just hope you get a couple Dragon Dances off. If it gets that, I'm rambling too much on about it. But yeah, it could be used that way. I don't know. Volcarona. Volcarona is back. And in 6v6 singles, it will be stronger than ever before because of heavy duty boots, making it so that it doesn't take any stealth rock damage. You don't have to worry about that so much in like the ranked side of things in 3v3 singles or in doubles, where I think it'll still be pretty good in those formats. Yeah, Volcarona, strong Pokemon. It can Quiver Dance and get some more special attack boosts from Fiery Dance. It can Airstream. It can drop special attack with Max Flutterby or whatever it's called. Is that Butterfree's G-Max Butterfree's move? I don't know. But yeah, Volcarona's back, and it is going to be a fun time. Well, not if you're getting swept by it, which you probably will at some point. Talonflame, Gale Wings, no thank you. Yeah, Talonflame's back. It doesn't have the best attack stat, but imagine you're sweeping a guy's team with your Volcarona or something, and then a Talonflame comes by and he's like Choice Banded and he Brave Birds you, and then he ends you, and then that's the game because this guy just clicked Brave Bird. Yeah, not my favorite Pokemon, but it's back, so yeah, gotta learn how to deal with it. Dragalge, specially defensive Pokemon with adaptability. That adaptability ability makes it so that stab moves, so poison and dragon moves, they get, I believe, 50% more power. So you'll be firing off really strong Sludge Bombs or Dragon Pulses or Draco Meteors at people, and it will hurt. You're pretty slow though, so gotta maybe take that into consideration if you want to use a Dragalge. Clawitzer is kind of the same thing. It's really slow, but it does get Mega Launcher, which makes moves like Aura Sphere and Water Pulse really powerful. Yeah, but it's slow, so there's better Pokemon out there than it. Deden, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's back. It's kind of useless. Nothing to say there. Klefki, if you like to use prankster Pokemon with like Thunder Wave, Spikes, what's the other move it gets? That it acts like a one-turn magic bounce. I forget what it's called. Crafty Shield or something. Anyways, it gets a move that bounces status moves back. It can be used to play mind games with other people. It's fun. It's not the best Pokemon. It does get Calm Mind and Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss is weak though. You're not gonna be getting a lot of health back from using it unless you're fighting a I don't know, Hydreigon or something. But yeah, I think there's better Pokemon than Klefki for that kind of thing. Like something that we're going to be mentioning soon. All three Lycanrocs are back. They're all kind of basic doggo Pokemon. No guard. One of them gets what's the move? What's the ability I'm trying to think of? Well, anyway, none of them are all too good. They could all have their niche. They're not terrible Pokemon. Just yeah, you could use them. I think Midday Form gets Accelerock, which is a priority Rock type move, which might be good for Talonflames and Volcaronas. So yeah, that's there. Lurantis, nothing to write home about. Comfey. Remember when I was talking about Klefki and how it can do Calm Mind and like Draining Kiss? Comfey gets priority on recovery moves, and that includes Leech Seed, it includes Draining Kiss, it includes, I believe, Aromatherapy. So Comfey, if you want to be running a Comfey, if you want to be running a Klefki in that way, just don't run Comfey. Unless you're like needing the Steel typing on your team for some reason, then yeah, Comfey. Sandygast and Palossand are kind of basic, nothing to write home about. And Magearna, it's a mythical Pokemon, so which means it's not legal in any competitive formats. So also not really anything to worry about. Just get like Shift Gear and stuff. Magearna's busted. much like a lot of the mythical Pokemon. I don't know why Smogon allows them into their meta, but yeah, that's Smogon. They're silly people over there. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out in discovering what the new meta is going to be a little bit about. Yeah. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If I messed up on any Pokemon, like I described them improperly, or I just kind of went over them and not thinking they're too good and they're actually really good, let me know. I want to be wrong. Anyways, I'm rambling again. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.